Yo, 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 yo. What's good with it? It's the homie Mack, music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach one. Reporting live from the Dogon. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. You know what it is. You know the drill. Yeah, session of Mack minutes. Yeah, I want to talk about the issue with YSL. YSL meaning Young Slime Life. I've heard some people call it Young Stoner Life, but I think that's something else. Young Slime Life. By now you know what's going on. There's a RICO charge, not a federal RICO charge, but a state RICO charge that has come down on YSL, Young Slime Life, which comprises of Young Thug, Gunna, it's a record label, but the authorities are saying it goes beyond music. It's deeper than rap for YSL. That they are a criminal enterprise. Again, RICO is actually an acronym. I don't know what the acronym RICO stands for, but it was created from the mafia, or what they call a continuous criminal enterprise. Some people would argue America is a continuous criminal enterprise, but that's a whole nother conversation. So yeah, YSL, Young Thug, Gunna, a host of other people. By now, you know what's going on with that. This has been circulating the internet, buzzing for months now. I don't want to. I don't want. How do I say it? With me, people should know the scenario by now. I'm sure my viewers, listeners do. So I don't want to get into the specifics of the case, other than the fact that YSL does have a RICO charge. There are members of YSL. That are incarcerated, and there are people snitching on each other within YSL. Yeah, they're trying to say Thugger is a menace to society, essentially. Is he? I don't know. I know the first time, I don't even want to go there. I don't know. I don't know the man. But yeah, essentially, Fancy Willis, she is the district attorney of Atlanta, or Fulton County district attorney. Yeah. She's pretty much letting these rap dudes know, like, look, man, it's not a game. You rapping like you John Gotti. You rapping like you catching bodies. You rapping like you the mob. I got something for you. You know, a lot of people would argue, well, it's art. It's art. There's an artistic premise. These guys aren't really doing those things. But no, if you kind of decode some of the lyrics, these guys are rapping about stuff that they've actually done. Again, I don't want to get into the specifics of it, but I live in Atlanta. I live in the real Atlanta. I don't live in Duluth. I live in Atlanta, with Fulton County. When I step outside my house, I see APD, Atlanta Police Department squad cars. That's what I see. I'm in Atlanta. Zone Trace. Zone Trace. Zone 3. But yeah, it's deeper than rap. There's been rumors that there's other rappers that are actually about to get hit with a RICO charge. Well-known, prominent rappers, if you will. Allegedly, I guess there's a gang called Homicide Gang, and they're tying them to Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi, I believe, is from Riverdale, and to Future. Yeah, and it's looking like they may come down on both of those artists. Hopefully, both artists can beat these charges. Well, hopefully, somehow they can get out of this. I know the rapper Sue Surf, he actually got hit. The battle rapper Sue Surf, he just got identified in with a RICO charge in New Jersey. He's currently with a federal RICO charge. It's hard beating the feds, man. They got with a 99.8% conviction rate. That's because they sit back and watch you do what you do. You think you're getting away. You think you're coming up in the game. No, they're just gathering evidence. What they say, the walls have ears, the windows have eyes. The closest thing to God is the feds. I've heard some people say that. But essentially, my my thing is this. Okay, Fancy Willis, I get it. A lot of these gangbangers that want to be rappers slash gangbangers, bangers, rappers, whatever, what have you. A lot of them are anti-black. I say they're anti-black in the sense of if you're terrorizing black communities, if you're robbing from black people, if you're murdering black people, if you rap about all of those things, what have you, that is anti-black. I can't think of anything that are specifically more violently anti-black than actually killing black people, whether it be through violence or through drugs. Let's be real. There are a lot of things that we have condoned in the black community that's not solid. You can argue that this is the reverberations of slavery. You can argue that this is the reverberations of oppression, systemic oppression. I get it. We have turned on ourselves. We didn't get this way overnight. There are a lot of things that black people have there are a lot of institutional infrastructure things that black people have created that the white power in this structure, the white power structure of this country has totally dismantled. Black Wall Street, for one, there are plenty of Black Wall Streets, booming, burgeoning, economically viable black towns that were self-sufficient, self-determined. And they were terrorized by the Klan, terrorized by the police state. People were murdered. And that's what pisses me off. People want to act like black people here, ADOS, like we have never tried to better our situation. We have. And it has been systemically dismantled. He's not ADOS, but Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey had a plan to, it was very, very protracted, very calculated plan. It was definitely, he was promulgating pro-African thought, trying to unite black people. Ultimately, who dismantled his movement? The UNIA is still around, but it's not as viable as it should be or it could be. But, you know, the power structure. I think the first government agent, the first black government agent was used to dismantle the Garvey movement. Can't remember I think he was agent. I can't remember the agent's name or his number. He had a specific number that he was, I guess, tied to, agent number something. But yeah, capitalism is hard. Capitalism is hard. Capitalism can kill you. Capitalism essentially it boils down to the haves and have-nots. Okay, Mac, tie this in with YSL and everything. Okay, this is what I'm saying. We live in what is called a criminogenic society. What's a criminogenic society? A criminogenic society essentially is a society that profits off of crime. Not only does it profit off of crime, it creates the climate for more crime. I remember telling somebody, well, if DA Fancy Willis is going to go hard on these rappers that are gangbangers or whatever, she needs to have that same energy for these white-collar crooks that pay this money under the table to get certain deals done that are very violent and not necessarily physical violence, but as far as just using their money to oppress people, using their money to marginalize people, using their money to basically pimp politicians. They're doing foul, illegal things, and they pay their way out of it. I need Fancy Willis to go as hard against rappers as she does them. As hard as she's going against rappers, go that hard on these white collar criminality. Yeah. So that's my thing. We live in a criminogenic society. We create the ecosystem for crime. We do this, but then we tell people crime is bad. Well, how do we create the atmosphere for crime? We outsource jobs to other countries. So if the job market is screwed, what are people going to do? They're going to revert to crime. It's not genius. It's not rocket science. But yeah, Huey Newton had a thing. Shout out to the homie Huey. He had he was the first person I heard coin this phrase. He had a phrase called illegitimate capitalism. Basically, the premise of capitalism is to gain capital. You have your own business. You have your own system. Not necessarily system, but you have your own means by which you provide goods and services, and you get money. McDonald's, Texas Roadhouse, NFL, NBA, Hollywood. There's goods and services. There's money made, and the government recognizes this as legal tender, as legal. These are legal ventures. Street gangs. They're in a market. They have goods and services. Just so happens that the infrastructure does not acknowledge these things as legitimate. Even though these guys are practicing capitalism, the nature by which they're doing it is considered illegitimate by the power structure. Who is the power structure? I'm saying the government. The people that foment our laws and policy. So yeah, illegitimate capitalism. You're a capitalist. It's just that the things that you're doing are deemed illegal, and the power structure can make money off of you and your illegal and off of your criminality. So that's what's sad about all this. I look at YSL, some young brothers, hustlers, whatever, and they just want to eat. But if these charges are true, some of it is a little bit more deeper, darker, and more nefarious than that. But yeah, at the end of the day, people want to make money. We need it. All about that green paper. That slave master green paper. But that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, so the tragedy is you have people who are living in poverty that are marginalized and oppressed, and they get involved in illegal activity, and when they get arrested, the power structure who makes their capitalism illegitimate capitalizes and makes more money off of their incarceration. So it's like a lose-lose. But yeah, it's a win for the power structure, it's a win for the system, but for the people who are trying to come up out of poverty, but they do it through illegal means, it's a double whammy. Like, not only do you lose your freedom, you have become a whole economy for a power structure. Mass incarceration, convict leasing. I mean, it's still going on. Look at the prison industrial complex. I mean, is it just by chance that there are more black men in America incarcerated than women of all races across the globe? No, brothers are targeted. Brothers are targeted. And I get it. Just go to school, get a job, go to work. I mean, it's not that simple. A lot of things are contingent upon the lifestyle that you want, the quality of life you want. I remember to condense a Huey Newton quote, he said a lot of our kids, they're passed through schools looking for jobs that don't exist, trying to thrive, but they look at all these celebrities and these stars, these movie stars, that this fantastic, amazing life. It's fanatical, it's fantasy. That these children, they realize they're duped. Like, this stuff isn't real, but I'm trapped in this. I'm seeing all this wealth and I guess what is it? Just wealth and just people that are living this amazing lifestyle thrown in my face, and a lot of people get trapped, and they try to get that lifestyle by any means. But yeah, the whole purpose of this MACK Minutes was just let me backtrack. Somebody told me for Fancy Willis to go hard on white collar crooks, it would dismantle the whole system. And I realized this whole matrix is built on hypocrisy. The whole thing is a sham. It's a racket. So yeah, I just want people to realize like the moving parts here at play. Capitalism, and I'll argue this with anyone, capitalism cannot survive without an impoverished, hear me out, nobody's been able to disprove this. Capitalism cannot survive, capitalism cannot thrive without an impoverished and criminalized group of people. Let me say this again. Capitalism cannot thrive without an impoverished and criminalized group of people, because there has to be a bottom class for it to function. For the functionality of capitalism, have and have-nots. There has to be a have-not. Someone has to get screwed for this thing to function. And I'll debate this with anyone. Yeah, but I just realized like we live in the criminogenic society. We create the crime. We create the milieu for the crime. And then we're telling kids, tighten up, go to school, go to work. And it's like, no, if everybody supposedly did the right thing, there would be something else created to cause a rift, to cause delineation and separation, and let there be a have and have-nots. Cause a have and have-nots. Something would happen. They would move the goalposts. It's not enough to have a PhD, you gotta have 3 PhDs. It's not enough to have this. They'll keep changing the rules. And I guess my thing essentially is, I try to tell a lot of black men that I know, stay free. Peep game. See how this game is going. Find a niche. Find something you're good at. Figure out a way to move in that, to move in your calling, you know, and solidify yourself, solidify your family. And I know that's easier said than done, but that's all. I don't know what else to tell brothers. And my thing is, if you are hustling, if you are, you know, committing criminal behavior, have an exit strategy to get your money and legitimize it. I mean, that's the American way. The Kennedys did it. But yeah, this is the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It's the homie Mac, man, signing off from the Dogon. Each one teach one.